Welcome in, Hanging with Hester, if you can't tell, with Matt Flynn, Happy Gilmore, Paul O'Neill, all here on a Wednesday afternoon. I'm still shocked that you're actually here. I thought there is no way in hell Matt Flynn shows up, but I'm glad you're here today.
Why did you think that?
The week's a little off. I'll be honest with you. I'm not even sure what day it is. Playing on a Monday like that. Yesterday we had Hunt in, so that felt like a Thursday.
I don't think I've missed a Wednesday this entire year.
You have not. You said you were going to change, and you did. Mm-hmm. So that's more on me thinking it was a different day than you.
Yeah, you just don't believe me.
And I'm happy to announce Matt Flynn did get in the stadium. He did watch the national championship game. They didn't throw him to a local sports bar. They let him in the game.
Got in there. I was in that thing. I didn't get my hands on my ticket till about 6:15.
That's okay.
And I was already in the security line for like an hour, and then right before I got to security, I had a ticket brought to me.
I got to imagine there were some LSU fans walking by saying, "Is that Matt Flynn? The quarterback last time we won here?"
Nah.
But you did get in, and you did
way
see,
too handsome.
They definitely didn't say that. They saw you. You saw LSU win 42-25. We're gonna talk more X's and O's today. And yesterday was kind of crazy. It was a crazy day. Everybody in the state of Louisiana was on I-10 trying to get back to Baton Rouge, get back to Lafayette and Shreveport and Monroe, all areas of the state. So it was a little bit of a crazy day, and I promised today was going to be more about the X's and O's. So we'll get to that point. We'll talk about the cover zero that Clemson ran for most of the game, all those things. But the thing I wanted to start off this show with is just talk about the emotion that you got from this team winning the championship game. Because we obviously had that experience as players, but it was a completely different set of emotions seeing this team win in the same place that we won. It was a great feeling. I don't know how you felt, and I'll describe what I felt after you get done.
I was like 1,000 times more nervous watching them than I ever was playing, right? Like I was watching, we're down and, it's not looking great. We got the offensive lineman downfield called early. And I'm just sitting there. I'm pacing back and forth. I'm fidgety as it is. So I'm like rocking and people are looking at me like, hey man, it's kind of weird. Like, go get you a sandwich over there, buddy. There's a beverage waiting for you. Like, calm down. I'm like, I've had a few beverages. I'm still nervous. Just relax. It's just one of those things when you can't control it. But just kind of knowing the mentality of this team, what they've been working, it just feels like it's been a long time coming for LSU. I mean, it's been 12 years, and a team that has always it's a championship desire, championship expectations. To me, the championship this year felt inevitable after watching them play. After the second half of the season and watching them, it felt like this was an inevitability that they'd get to this point. But you still get nervous. You still did this, and I don't know. I was excited. I was, I wasn't emotionally drained. I kind of thought I would be. I wasn't emotionally drained. I was just excited. I mean, it was such a long game. It was like midnight. I was just tired, I guess, at that point. But
hey, get you a My High.
That's right.
By the way, and this isn't any paid sponsorship here. My High saved the weekend for multiple people. For your boy here, for Mrs. Hester, for Chris Doring, for Danny Cannell. My High was the MVP.
Are you saying we're nationwide?
I think so.
Are we like prestige worldwide now?
You were already that.
Yeah.
And I understand what it's meant for. It's meant for like...
It wasn't for high performance for you guys. We'll just say that.
Thank you for saving me. I appreciate you saving me there.
It allows you to hoot with the Owls, but yet soar with the Eagles the next day.
That is such a Joey Hester saying. It's not even funny. So thank you for that.
Drink my high, baby. Get it at Rouse's.
My experience was, I guess, a little bit different. I had some emotions and things I didn't think I would have, to be honest with you.
Well, you were like closer. So I was watching it from afar, and like because when you're on the field,
you can tell what the team's thinking.
You could tell you can feel the energy, right, which gives you like a different emotional high, right? And then you like pregame, the energy on the field is so much greater than the energy sitting in the stands, right? And then I'm sure the energy winning, it's just like I can imagine, just like it was in 07, as soon as you take the knee and the clock hits 0, there's just like this, there's a unified just like an exhale, just like God, thank the Lord, it's over. I remember, like, in games, you're up by 7, you're up by 10, up by 1, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you're just looking at the clock, like, come on, tick, 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 tick.
That's right.
Go faster.
And you're exactly right about being on the field. And when it got 17-7, I'm looking around, I'm like, okay, let's see, let's check the set here. And I saw the same thing, and we always go back to it because you were so confident in that 07 game when I looked at you and you said, we got this. In the biggest slappy way that you could.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only right way to say, we got this.
Yeah.
And it had that feeling to it. Like, there was no panic. There was no, oh boy, we got to do this, that, and the other. And it's the most they've been down this year. Being down 10 points, first time they've been down double digits all year long. And it was so good to see the poise of that. So it calmed some of my nerves. But to your point about when the clock hits 0 and you see them become champions, LSU football on Twitter and all the social media platforms has put out some of the most incredible content that we've ever seen, from the hype videos to the EAUX jersey to the Heisman stuff. But none of them got me in my feels more than when I saw the slow-mo video of Joe Burrow the moment that he realized we're the greatest in the world. We are world champions, because that's what it is. It's a world championship. You are the best team to play at your level in the world. And just to see everything go through his mind, and I put it out there on Twitter, every sprint, every workout, every bench press, unless you're Matt Flynn because you don't bench press, every fourth quarter program, every practice, all that goes through your mind like in a flash, like you remember all those tough times. And then you think about the bonds that you created throughout that year. Right? You think about, man, all these friendships that have been here for 4 seasons and all the ebbs and flows that these friendships have gone through to get us to this point. And you think about everything that you do, not only on the field, off the field, all that hits you like a ton of bricks. Mm-hmm. And some of it's sad. Some of it's, man, I'm never going to get to play with this guy again. I get chills thinking about that. I still think in that moment, like, I've put up with this slappy, number 15, for 4 years and put up with his stuff. And I'll never tell him
Good guy.
But I'll never get to play football with him again, right? I'll never get to be teammates with Craig Steltz again, a guy that I battled for 4 seasons in the playoffs in high school football, right? And we created a relationship then. He was my roommate in college. I'll never get to play football again with him. That hits you like a ton of bricks. I remember exactly the moment. And so you go through that. And
plus,
then,
a lot of guys that are doing it are probably saying, I'm probably never put a helmet on again.
That's exactly right.
Buckle that chin strap up.
Yeah.
For the last time.
And good players that started in that game, players that played in that game never got that opportunity. And, thankfully for us, we tricked people enough to draft us and get us in the NFL.
Got them.
And the whole deal and get vested. But that's the best content they've put out this year. And if you see it, just go back and watch it 2 or 3 times, because
I would say it's pretty good.
Maybe because it hit home for me.
I would say it's pretty good comparison, because it's like doesn't hold a candle to the cigar thing.
Oh, you're talking about, like swag level? We'll get to all that. But I'm talking about for emotional, like me getting chills watching it.
Yeah. If you can, you could summarize the way players feel when they win the championship, like in what it was, a 5-second clip, that would be the best way to do it right there. Just like, going through his head was like, holy, you know what?
I mean, I know how your mind works, so let's go ahead and pivot to the cigar video, because I feel like I'm not going to get anything else out of you
until we talk about it.
That was epic. And this is the biggest compliment I can say, and it's going to sound negative. We don't know how to act in situations, and I love it.
Yeah.
Like, we know who we are.
Yep.
We're from Louisiana. If you give us a chance to party, we're going to do it. We're going to take it.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to thrive in it. We're going to celebrate the hell out of it. And I'm so glad that those players got to celebrate it like that. Now, there's some issues. Maybe can't smoke in the Superdome. I understand all that. But still, it was at an 11. The celebration was at an 11.
How about we make the rule, most people can't smoke in the Superdome?
Okay.
So that picture and that little video is at such a high swag level. And I realize I'm probably not the guy that should be just like throwing the word swag out there, okay? I get that. But it was such a high swag level. I thought it was Photoshopped when I first saw it. At a glance, I thought it was Photoshopped, honestly. And then I saw the little video. I was like, oh, my God. Now that, if if there's a, I haven't been like jealous of anything. The offense, the receivers, nothing. But like, I wish I had a cigar picture from '07. I wish I had a cigar picture. God bless. That is awesome. It's fantastic. And there was a guy that worked there, a security guard, that told him to stop smoking. Is that right?
Yeah. I think there's a police officer, New Orleans police officer.
Get out
in the
of
locker
here,
room.
dude. Like, you win the award. Like, what are you trying to get? Employee of the month? Get out of here. Like, you see Joe Burrow smoking a cigar, and you're going to tell him to stop? I got some serious issues with that. That guy needs to be fired.
I guess it's a fire hazard. You are inside.
It's a fired hazard. You're fired.